She also sent me some swag, so I don't want to show off, but I also
Oh,
got the.
shit.
So I'll send you my Venmo after this, but I'm so happy to have you on our Power Lunch, activist and voice of Asian communities, Lunchbox Top 30 Women Food Honoree, Forbes 30 Under 30. The list goes on and on. Co-founder of Omsom, Vanessa Pham. So excited to have you join us.
Super happy to be here.
Usually I will have a lunch in hand. Do you have any lunch today?
I'm actually in Costa Rica, so it's 8 a.m. So I have strawberries.
Oh, all right. Look what I got.
You're
I
gonna
don't
eat it
mess
straight
around.
from the box.
First question, why would you start a business with your sister? Did you guys never fight growing up?
Oh God, no, that's not accurate. No, we definitely fought growing up. We're 22 months apart, so we had a lot of petty shit between us, growing up, like teenager stuff, like competitiveness, and all of it came out in like the first year of us working together, where we just really had to confront it and like admit to the reason I'm being passive aggressive is because this one experience I had, when I was 12 years old and you said this to me, like, is still sitting with me, and we had to work through it and just be super real with each other, and we actually like kind of got to the other side of that, and now things are really strong between us. Like I just respect her creative genius, and she's like, Vanessa knows numbers and stuff, I'm gonna let her do her thing, and it works. And we literally split the business like right brain left brain, and that it works very well for us. And then also then you don't have any beef because there's no like overlap in decision making.
Can you like just tell someone the 5 people in the world who doesn't know about Omsom, can you tell us a little bit about Omsom?
Omsom is a new Asian food brand. We exist to reclaim Asian flavors that have been diluted and frankly bastardized for so long in the mainstream grocery store. So we're here to create products with cultural integrity. And our first product to market is called a starter, which is essentially like a shortcut that you can use to make your favorite Asian dishes in 20-30 minutes. We got your back on flavor, you take it the rest of the way. We've been in the market for 11 months, like I said, but it's been such a whirlwind of a journey. There it is. There's our baby.
Packaging is so awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, that's designed to look like a giant matchbox. Actually, Omsom is based on a Vietnamese word, Omsom, which means
troublemaker.
Rowdy, exactly.
You guys were troublemakers.
Noisy,
Your mom
loud.
used to call you Omsom, right?
Yes, our mom used to call us Omsom, and broadly speaking, I mean, it really came from our own experience of wanting to give a middle finger to the model minority myth of like, oh, Asians are submissive, Asians are docile. And we were like, no, like that's not us at all. And we want to create a brand that's basically like F you to that stereotype.
When a lot of the violence against the Asian community is still continuing, I heard 2 conversations because I'm an immigrant. I came here when I was 15. I'm a son of a cab driver and a Dunkin' worker. And I am very much rooted in the immigrant community in Queens where I still live. And I was hearing 2 things. Majority of what I was hearing was from the immigrant community was how wrong it is. And I was also hearing a smaller section say they don't know what racism looks like. They are model minorities. They have had it the best. Why there's not a stronger community between the different Asian communities, and in where I come from, we also call ourselves Asian. Like I'm Bengali, we have Indians, and I wonder, there's racism in everywhere, but there's also racism among our own culture. Have you thought about that? Have you explored that at all?
What that all is, like just stepping back, is white supremacy in practice, right? Like the reason different minority groups are pitted against each other is because of white supremacy. So I think like it's really important for us to remember that, like kind of stepping back, like this system of white supremacy hurts all of us, and maybe to differing degrees, and systemically, absolutely, Black and brown folks have faced a lot more than I guess East Asian folks, Southeast Asian folks. But I think at the end of the day, we really like kind of stand in solidarity with all other BIPOC communities, because it's all about, at the end of the day, fighting white supremacy.
What's harder, being a woman founder or an Asian founder? It's
a good question, but I really think the intersectionality of it is where it really hits, right?
Double trouble.
Again, I'm not a Black and brown founders, I think, have it way harder, but I still feel like I do get underestimated. Part of it is like how people receive you, like the investors, and then part of it is also how you perceive yourself and how you're fighting with your own scarcity. I had so much like money scarcity starting Omsom. Like I put all my little life savings from 2 years into it. By the time we like raised their first bit, I was depleted everything.
My coach, I have a CEO coach. We just raised $20 million, and I still am like
Congrats.
pretending. Thank you. And I'm still pretending to play poor. Realize that coming from nothing is also really cathartic because you know what it felt like, and you can go back to nothing. So let's go ahead and like take big bets, and let's go ahead and dial up the immigrant experience to be the best version of a founder, which is let's go ahead and take big swings, because this is what our parents worked their tail off for, to build an amazing brand you've built. I think everyone should take that away from this conversation. What you and your sister have done has been an inspiration. So I'm so happy we got to talk about it today. Thank you so much for making time.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.